Hello my friends, welcome to Dave's Skillet. Today, dark rye. You're gonna love this. The simplest way to make a loaf of bread. And it's gonna be real good. You're gonna like this one. Stay tuned. We'll get right over here and make it. So 12 ounces of water, just for starters. Got to go in the microwave. I want about 95 degrees. I don't think it'll need any more than that. In the microwave. I go 45 seconds. Here we've got 1 teaspoon of dry yeast. That goes in there right now. I'm going to be using a sourdough starter. And this is the brand that I'm using. I'll put links down below. I only need 1 of those. I'm going to let that get up to room temperature. We're going to use 1 egg as part of the wet ingredients. The flour will be 2 cups of bread flour, 1 cup of dark rye. If you don't like rye, use something else. Use another bread loaf or wheat or whatever flour you like. If it doesn't burn your finger, it's the right temperature. It's a little bit too hot, so I'm going to let that cool down a bit. I'll let it cool down by adding the sourdough starter to it. That will bring it down to the temperature it needs to be for the yeast. Because if you put too hot water in there, anything over 95 is going to kill the yeast. So there's that. Make sure you get all of it out. It's got a winey smell to it. Like wine's been in your glass and it's gone room 10. It's not a foul stench, but it does taste or smell like wine. That's because it's fermenting. Anything fermenting is going to have that winey, wine-like smell, aroma. Whip it up. Yep, that's it. We can add that to the rest. Now we gotta leave it in here for about 10 minutes. I gotta drop the egg in here and whip the egg into it. If you don't like eggs, leave the egg out. It's not that critical. I just think it makes the bread a little more fluffier, softer. If you're not into eggs, you can bypass it. I won't be adding any sugar. None. 0. This is an old German recipe that doesn't require sugar. How did they make bread before sugar was found or traded for? They made it without. There's that. So we'll leave that to ferment, because that's basically what it's doing. 8 minutes, because it's already been in there for a minute or so. We're going to do the flour next. Put the rye in first. This is my choice of rye. Your choice is your choice. You are the chef of your kitchen. That's pretty close. I call that a 1 cup. I didn't level it. I don't think I need to. Let's see what we get. I got a little bit too much, but that's okay. In it goes. There's about 1 cup left in my bag. I can't believe I blew through the whole case of this year. We'll get some more. No worries. Now I need to add half a teaspoon of salt. I don't recommend any more than that. You can put a teaspoon, but a half will be enough. And you'll notice I put that in here with the flour, dry ingredients. Don't put it in there. Put it in there, it'll kill the yeast. It is what it is. And we got to give the yeast a chance to, do what it does. We don't want to kill it. Now we put this on the mixer and we blend that for about 5 minutes. It'll be done when that timer goes off. That will incorporate the 2 flours together and the salt evenly, and we want it even. So we got about 5 minutes. Perfect. That's the amount of time I need it to be. I'll be doing the Pullman loaf today. I like it that way. It makes it easier for me to make sandwich slices by doing the Pullman style. And I got to cut a piece of paper to put inside of it, parchment paper. Put that out of the way. Use the parchment paper inside the loaf pan just so it's easier to get the bread out. Yeah, I could have used the teeth on there, but yeah, I like that. should use my box cutter. You can use a box cutter for this, probably a lot easier. This is the origami of bread making. You can use this pattern several times before it'll become unusable. I recommend making a second pattern and just put it away so you can skip this part the next time you make bread. I don't need these. Just want to use them for some kind of note taking. And that goes right inside. Now the bread's going to go, the dough is going to go right in the pan, just like that. So it doesn't stick to the roof, but you don't want that to do. Now we pour the liquid into the flour. And give that about probably 5 minutes or so. When it's done, we're going to put the dough hook on. I'm using a paddle right now. I'm going to use a dehydrator to do my rising, but if you don't have one, just put it in the oven. 100 degrees. Should take about like an hour. Shouldn't take any more than an hour. If it's not done, you just put it back in the oven and go with that. Do it until it's ready. Unfortunately, my other camera decided not to work this morning, so I'm doing it with the webcam on the laptop. But we're not gonna be stopped by that. I've been plagued with camera issues for over a year. I'm gonna have to do something about it next year, which is just weeks away. I think that's enough of that. You pull it up and it droops away. That's what you want it to do. It's got to fall off the hook, off the paddle now. There's not a lot left on the paddle, but I want to get it all in the pool. I can do it this way so you can see what I'm doing. And getting the dough off the paddle there. That's enough of that. And I'll use my scraper to get it off my fingers. The dough hook is next. About 8 minutes or so. Shouldn't take too terribly long. Good enough. And watch the rest of that dough off my hands. I don't want to stick your fingers all over the place with dough. Okay, now time to put the hook on the mixer. That's the dough hook. Goes back, locked in place, and we'll give that about 8 minutes and counting. We'll be back. Seconds to go. It's like waiting for a rocket to lift off. 20 seconds to go. I've got the dehydrator running in the background, you can probably hear it. Getting it up to temperature, that one takes a minute. Okay, dough goes in here, this goes over there. And the dough easily comes off the hook. I don't really have to scrape it off that much. That goes in the water. Gosh, I gotta dry through it. Got my water right there if I need it. Which I think I'm going to have a drink. Ugh. Out of here. Oops. Oops. Didn't see that. Oops. Had an oopsicle going on. Okay, I'll get this paper to cooperate with me. It doesn't look like it wants to. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on, paper. And we'll put the lid on. I gotta set the timer for an hour, which I think is the max I can set my timer for. I'm gonna clean the board up. It's got a little bit of doughiness to it. Just that one spot. Okay, that's good. Now, I know it's going to take more than an hour, and that's fine. The timer's going to go off and tell me to start it again. Wow, dry. Okay, so meanwhile, we'll be back. We're going to go watch TV for a while. Bread time. Dinger has dinged. The oven has, oh, it smells like bread in my home. Man. Yikes. It's like I popped the lid. Oops. When I put it in. No matter. I have a little lip on it, but no harm, no foul. I gotta see if it'll, well, actually see if it'll just come right out. It should just pop right out with that paper, so let's see what happens. Yep, works every time. Every time I do it correctly. And then we just peel it off. It is blistering hot. Woo. Normally what I do is I put it back in the oven to brown up a bit. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Yeah, I'm going to brown this up a bit in the oven. Because it looks like it needs to be browned up. Put that on the bottom, actually. There we go. We'll put that back in the oven at 400 for about 5 minutes, just to give it some color. There we go. I don't like taking it out on the rack, so I'll just lift the loaf out. It's safer to do it that way. And I don't want to drop it. That would be a shame. So, rack number 2. And we will be back as soon as that's browned up in 5 minutes. So that should be it. I hope it's browned. It's brown enough. Wow. As always, it looks really good. It could be a little bit browner, I suppose, but hey, you know, it'll be good enough. That's how you know. The snap test. So we gotta let this cool down because it is really, really hot. And I don't want to cut it until it's cooled off in about 20 minutes. It'll be ready. And usually I put them in the fridge for at least an hour before I actually turn it into slices. But we'll see. We will cut one piece off, but you won't know how long it took until we come back. It's just going to be a flash. The moment of truth. It's cool enough to cut it. Yeah. It looks pretty good to me. Yummy, yummy. I gotta have a slice, you know. Before I put this on the bread slicer, I gotta have a slice. I know it tastes good because you can smell it, and it smells really good. If this was baking in your home, it would awaken you. It would draw you to the kitchen like a zombie. Bon appetit, my friends. Oh yeah. I hope you make it. If you do, let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe down there. Right down there, just push a button. It doesn't take much, just click. That's it. That's all I ask. Just click. I hope you had fun watching. I had fun making it. Like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. What if I put cheese in the dough? Shredded cheese in the dough? That'll be next. That'll be the next bread that I make. Will be something on that order. I've been thinking about it for a while. Yeah, I'll do that. See you in the next one. Bon appetit.